Today I risk one of the worst days I've ever had at football, chasing quite possibly the best ever. Yes, good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 11th of May 2024 and it goes without saying it's been quite a heartbreaking, political, whatever you want to call it, few weeks for Gateshead Football Club with all the stuff that went on with regards to the playoffs and the lease on the international stadium. But today the team can finally get back on the pitch, and it is only the small matter of the FA Trophy final. And yes, of course, we are heading down to London and specifically to Wembley Stadium for Gateshead versus Solihull Moors in the FA Trophy final. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a stressful day. I'm either going to be absolutely devastated at full time, or it will be a high that I've quite possibly never felt before. Let's get into this and let's get that train down to London. So I'm now in London. It is an absolutely glorious day. The sun has come out for the big one, really, hasn't it? In case you're wondering, no, I'm not bothering with the FA Vars final this year. I know I did last year, but to be honest, I don't really know enough about either of the two sides to get properly invested in it. So I'm just meeting some family for some food. Then I'm going to head down to get the tube down to Wembley in a bit. But going into this afternoon's FA Trophy final, Solihull finished in 5th place in the National League table. Of course, they are the side that we would have faced in the playoffs had we been allowed into them, but obviously that wasn't the case. And in the playoffs, they beat Halifax 3-2, I think it was. Then easily dispatched of Barnet in the semi-final at the Hive 4-0, but in the final itself were beaten in the penalty shootout by Bromley, which must have been absolutely heartbreaking for them. So they're coming down here today, a little bit like us, with something to put right, broken hearts to mend, if you will. So and as well, they're not going to be too bothered about the surroundings, the occasion, or whatever, having been at Wembley just a week or so ago. But we've just got to believe in ourselves and what we can do as well. Of course, we finished in 6th place in the National League table, just 1 point behind them in the table. So yeah, and as I said, they're the team that we would have faced in the playoffs, but unfortunately a lot of political matters got in the way, and we were prevented from playing in those. But maybe in a way gives us a little bit more of an incentive in this game this afternoon to just go for it and see where it leads us as well. We were obviously in the final last year against Halifax and sadly lost 1-0, but I think it's a little bit different this year. I think the players that did play in that game last year, your likes of Kenton Richardson, Greg Ollie, Robbie Tinkler, can help the players that maybe are playing for the first time there this year. And just I know the players went down to the stadium last night, so I'm pretty sure then they will have said, right, just get this out of your system now. Tomorrow it's all about the actual football side of it, and I'm feeling a bit like that as a fan today. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I was here in 2014 against Cambridge, which we lost, and I think that day for me as a 17-year-old Gateshead fan, it did feel a bit more about the day than what it did the actual football side of it. Then last year against Halifax hurt, but at the same time, obviously, we were having to field a lot of youngsters, putting a lot of youngsters on the bench just to actually be able to fill the bench. Whereas this year, obviously, is a lot different. We've got more personnel to choose from, not nowhere near as many cup-type players and things like that. So we'll just have to see where it leads us. But one thing that does concern me a bit is that obviously Solihull have been playing over the course of these last 3 weeks, so their match fitness might be a bit more ahead of ours. But at the same time, obviously that was possibly the worst way to lose a playoff final last weekend. So it'll be interesting to see if they've picked themselves up from that. But yeah, as I say, both of these sides have got something to put right today in many respects. What happens with regards to the future of the ground and a new lease or whatever, we'll find out over the next few weeks. But for today, it is all about concentrating on the football, and hopefully by maybe 7 o'clock tonight, something like that, we'll have the FA Trophy in our hands. Let's head on down to Wembley Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. Walking up Wembley here, I am massively nervous now, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, let's go in. So the teams are warming up. Gateshead getting ready in this half. We're in white shorts, which is a little bit unusual. I'm suspecting we're going to be in a white home shirt. I'm not entirely sure based on that, but that is my guess. Solihull are in the distance, going to be in their usual yellow and blue this afternoon. Anyway, I'll just see you when, probably when the players come out and someone ready to start the match. Bricking it. Anyway, I'll see you when the game's getting going. Good dish. Well, connect! Oh. That was. Lee. Three good chances in this game. Half-time, Gateshead 1, Solihull Moors 0. Longest 45 minutes of my life coming up. But we deserve this lead. We absolutely do. I think we've been the better team throughout the course of this match so far. We've looked very comfortable on the ball. We've not really allowed them to create anything too clear-cut. Before we did get that goal on half-time, we did have three good chances. John Brown couldn't quite get on the end of the cross from Luke Hannon, I think it was, in the early stages of the game. Ed Francis was arriving at the back post, but that header was deflected wide, and Greg Ollie had all the time in the world to get a shot off, but unfortunately dragged it wide. But as I said, that goal was maybe nothing more than what we deserved, but Solihull are going to get a kick up the arse from the manager at half time. He's a good manager, I do rate him, so we've just got to counteract that in a way, but maybe in a way just keep doing what we're doing, because we don't look overwhelmed by the occasion or anything like that. We look, as I say, we look comfortable, and it is a deserved lead. I just hope for the lads, for the fans, just everyone, that we can hold this out, because there's so many people at the club deserve this. But as I say, it's going to be a tough 45 minutes, and it might even go to extra time, who knows. But so far, really can't ask any more. chances, and like 7 minutes before the second half. I need to get back into this game. Come 6 minutes of added time. End of 90 minutes, Gateshead 1, Solihull Moors 1. For a lot of that half, it did look quite leggy. I think Solihull's equaliser was coming. I mean, some are saying it was offside, but in a build-up, but you can't be leaving Mark Beck with that much time to get his header away. So kind of got what we deserved there, in my opinion. But for a lot of the half, as I said, we did look quite leggy, we looked quite tired, but we did end the half quite well. Sorry, but now it is half an hour of extra time. half time and extra time, Gateshead 1, Solihull Moors 2. 15 minutes to save this. They look like they're just going to try and cling on to what they've got. We've got to get at them and just create as much pressure as possible. Like, honestly, I'd rather us lose 3 or 4-1 going for it than like 2-1 and just like trying to buy our time, whatever. It's honestly like I can't say you can't say that this isn't deserved, because since we came back out of the second half, we've just looked too leggy. It's just been like a really. We just looked at 6s and 7s. Solihull, you can just tell the match fitness is there, and it's going to be a tall order. End of extra time, Gateshead 2, Solihull Moors 2, penalties to decide it. I'll see you on the other side. Solihull to go first. Regan Boots go first for Gateshead, I think, like he did against Western Superman. keeper head. Sudden death now. Last point, Solihull. Got to score. Have to score. Volleyed at the post there. The camera went a bit haywire. Solihull missed theirs. It is match point Gateshead. Match point again. Come on. Come on! Yes! Yes! Come on! Get in! Oh my God! Come on! Oh. Yes! Get it done! Come on! Get in! never want this moment to end. Right, let's do one. Full time, Gateshead 2, Solihull Moors 2 after extra time, with Gateshead winning 5-4 on penalties. It is the morning after. I'm just sat out in my garden making the most of this glorious weather that we're having, and truthfully it's still not sunk in yet, and I'm not sure like when it will. I think it is probably going to take quite a bit of time, because I just think the way we did it was just absolutely extraordinary. I'm not just talking about the game yesterday, how it was 1 minute you thought we'd fluffed it, then the next minute you thought we would go on and actually do it. I'm talking about the whole run, right from obviously Rochdale back in December when we went to Scotland and absolutely played them off the park, and every round since obviously we faced lower league opposition and made maybe hard work of it to some degree. Obviously Weston-super-Mare taking us to penalties, Hereford's goalkeeper going up for the header in the last minute and it going wide, Peterborough Sports very nearly pegging us back from 3-0, Macclesfield in the semi-final in that absolutely windswept game gave us a really tough game, and so it's been we've certainly done this the hard way, but the easy way with Gateshead Football Club just does not exist, really, does it? And wow, what a match that was yesterday. I thought it was overall a fantastic advert for like the National League, the FA Trophy, non-league finals day, just not non-league football in general. I thought both sides, I must say, really did set a good example of non-league football. I thought we were the better team in the first half. I thought we had a lot of control. Second half, as I said, I think we looked a little bit leggy. Solihull got back into it. And I think as the game was drawing to a close, I think we were starting to maybe find our feet once again. And extra time, I think both teams probably looked a bit tired. Obviously, Solihull got the penalty. Mark Beck put it away. It was a good penalty in all fairness. And from there, they made changes, which at the time I actually thought, they're looking to sit back on what they have. Like, we've got to make the most of this, and luckily in the second half of extra time we did. Dejon Brown doing what Dejon Brown does, right place, right time, but some fantastic build-up play. Tom Allen getting a touch to put it across to him, and he really couldn't miss from there. And for the rest of the second half of extra time, I thought we were in the ascendancy, and if anyone was going to score that goal to prevent penalties, and I thought it was going to be us. Then the penalties, a bit like the game really. The two sides were almost matching each other stride for stride. Like, they'd miss one, we'd miss one, they'd score one, we'd score one, if that makes sense. But I'm just so thankful that we managed to get that one over the line, because I've been to Wembley twice with Gateshead, and like twice before yesterday, and we lost both times, obviously to Cambridge in the playoff final in 2014, and as you saw on this channel, Halifax last year in the FA Trophy final. And it is absolutely heartbreaking to lose at Wembley, so I can sympathise with Solihull fans on this one, but I'm just absolutely over the moon for everyone at Gateshead Football Club. You think what we've been through over the last few weeks, like being barred from the playoffs, it was a really tough time, but the way we've just regrouped, came together, and that's not just like players, that's the manager, the rest of the staff, the chairman, the boards, the fans, just everyone was absolutely spectacular yesterday, I've got to say. And I do want to give a bit of a word to Solihull. I thought, the fans were really good. As I said, the team certainly played the part in the match. I really do like Andy Wing as a manager. He does come across as an all-round good bloke, really. And obviously we played against his Banbury team on our FA Trophy run last year. I was impressed with the football that they played that day. So yeah, this is going to sting Solihull fans, Solihull like players or whatever. Obviously losing twice at Wembley within the space of a week, but yeah, I think that's definitely a club on the up. And yeah, it was a all good game of football yesterday. They bullied us at the International Stadium in March. So yeah, commiserations to Solihull, but yeah, looking forward to what should be two pretty good games against you next season. But the day belongs to Gateshead. It's quite simply memories to last a lifetime. I'm not ashamed to say I burst out into tears when John Brown put that penalty away, and we'd officially finally done it. We were winners of a national competition at Wembley, and it's just been a pretty mad couple of years, to be honest with you. Obviously, we won the league at Chorley, which was a pretty unbelievable experience. And I was celebrating on the pitch with the players, and then obviously the Hereford game straight after that when we got the trophy. You think the FA Cup run that same season when we obviously won at Altrincham, the FA Trophy run last season, obviously we didn't quite do it, but stayed up when maybe not, when most people probably didn't expect us to. Then people are saying this season that like it was a waste of time, like going to all the league games and what have you. I'm here to tell you that is absolutely not the case. Never once was it a waste of time, and I'll tell you for why. Because over the course of this season, we've got to watch some football that's we never thought we'd be able to associate with Gateshead Football Club. Some of the stuff has just been absolutely exceptional to watch, and on our budget, like the initial aim every season probably is going to be survival, and we did that with absolute ease. I mean, over the next few weeks, yes, we will see. We'll probably get a bit more information about what's going to happen with regards to like the lease of the ground or whatever. But deep down, I reckon we'll get something sorted. I don't think. I think the club are obviously like not like the same mistakes won't be made twice, if that makes sense. And I do reckon something will get sorted. I don't know how it's going to get sorted, but I think like surely now the council after that yesterday can see that they've got something in their town that's that they could be proud of, and I don't think it's hit its ceiling yet, and that is my honest opinion. I think like if this thing gets sorted, and there is scope for us to potentially push on and get into the Football League one day. Who knows? But yeah, what an unbelievable day. And I think the best bit about all of it was the fact I got to celebrate with some absolutely unbelievable people in that stand. You all know who you are, and honest to God, I'd go to war with you. I really do mean that. Just brilliant people, and I'm so proud to know you, to be friends with you, and just thank you for that, honestly. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, just where does the channel go from here? Because I'm not sure how I can get better than that. But as far as this season goes, I'm certainly not done. There's still more to come on this channel, and you'll find out what those are in due course. But as a football fan, you know, I've been to Wembley twice with Gateshead and lost. Had two finals in the same season with Motherwell at Hampden. Got our asses handed to us by Celtic both times. Yeah, it was a long wait, it was a painful wait, but maybe it was worth the wait, you know what I mean? And one day I'd certainly like to see maybe Motherwell push on and win something, maybe Gateshead win a few more things. And you know, I've been to Wembley like a lot of times over the years. You know, for I think League One playoff final, a couple of England games, what have you. Yeah, FA Vars final. There's been, you know, don't get me wrong, there were some good days in there, but I don't think anything's going to compare to this. You know, in future, like I maybe think one day I'd like to see a Northern League team get into the FA Vars final again in the near future, and hopefully that can be something that happens. But right now it's just all about Gateshead, isn't it? And what we've achieved yesterday, you could see what it meant with the celebrations. I'm just absolutely stunned, to be honest with you. So everyone at Gateshead Football Club, thank you. That's all I can say on the matter. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with the North Riding Senior Cup final between Borough Rangers and Whitby Town. It's been played at the Riverside Stadium. Obviously, the last couple of North Riding Senior Cup finals have been at York, but it is back at the Borough this year. But looking forward to it, a cup final I can just sit back, relax and enjoy. But until then, take care, cheers for watching, see you later. Champions, champions, ole, ole, ole.